Hi friends, it's Talina, your favorite fitness coordinator. And today I'm going to hang out with you in your living rooms and we're going to go over 6 moves to help improve your balance, your life, and your mentality. We are going to be focusing on challenges quarterly from this point on. And Joe has presented a first challenge, Culture of Wellness. And we're going to go back and talk about how the people in Japan have been managing for years, and we'll go from there. So thanks for hanging out with me for a brief moment, and I hope you enjoy. Well, let's get into it. So we're talking about the Japanese longevity, secrets to living well and moving daily. Intro to Japan's long life expectancy, over 90,000 people over the age of 100. That's over 90,000 people who are living over the age of 100, which is incredible. They have so much respect for aging. They are all about community, and they thrive daily with gentle movement. So today we are going to go through 6 ways to build a stronger you, reduce falls by over 60%, and we're reaching out to our less active residents. So yes, we have lots of residents that come to the fitness centers and participate in all the classes that we have here at John Knox Village. They are also doing this challenge. But this video is not just for them, it is for you, the ones that stay at home, don't really get a lot of movement. We are going to try to minimize all the hardship of it and bring a much easier, safe exercise to your home that you can do to build a stronger you. So, first and foremost, because this is Culture of Wellness and it's Joe's challenge, we're probably going to pick different countries in the next quarterly months. We are focusing on Japan. So the history of longevity in Japan. Japan consistently ranks among the longest living nations. Like I said the previous slide, over 90,000 people in that population are over 100 years old. What are they doing? Okay, so that's a great question. Their nutrition, they are focusing on eating lots of fish and vegetables and very low processed foods. They don't have access to the many, many processed foods that we have in the United States. And processed foods have caused so many problems when it comes to chronic back pain, joint pain, all kinds of diseases that we here deal with in the United States because of processed foods and many other environmental issues. But these are things that they focus on. They watch their nutrition, their daily activity. They walk everywhere they go. If they are going to the grocery store, they're walking to the grocery store. Some people walk to the clubhouse for dinner. These are examples of ways to add activity into your day. The weather's great right now, so if you have the time, you have the extra moments, get out there and take that 5-minute walk, even if it's just to the cranes or if it's going to the clubhouse, because this is part of their daily activity. They walk everywhere. Mindfulness. Mindfulness it's that mind, body, spirit. Now we're talking about the spirit. We're calming the spirit. We're, going to work on taking deep breaths. We're going to, slower steps to really try to engage our minds and our bodies with nature. The biggest thing that I hope that you take out of this is what they focus on. They focus on purpose. Read that again. They focus on purpose, not intensity. So for them, they don't care how fast they walk. It's not a race. They're not walking fast anywhere. A lot of their things that they do, such as Tai Chi or Radio Teizo, that we're going to talk about later through the slides. Those are very slow, thought out moves that they go through, and they do this every single day. So working out or taking care of yourself doesn't have to be intense and hard. And that's what we are trying to come to you about, is to let you know you can do everything that we're going to show you today in 10 to 15 minutes from your home. They talk about the 6 movements for longevity that the Japanese elders came up with. The first one is gentle stretches to improve flexibility. Arm and shoulder mobility with circles. Sampo walking, deep breathing. We're going to show you how to do that. Hip and knee strengthening. Balance enhancing poses. And then the Radio Teizo routines that are done daily across Japan. Okay, we're going to talk about the Sampo walking and breathing benefits. We are going to learn how to take deep rhythmic breaths as you walk. We're going to enhance circulation, oxygen, and mindfulness. This is the goal for this type of walking. It is slow. It is 2 steps, deep breath, hold. It is release, exhale the breath, and walk 3 steps, okay? Is that a lot to think about? Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you're just taking a few steps at a time, okay, forget about the 2 space 3. Focus on, I'm walking, I'm looking at nature. You have no earbuds on, no distractions, okay? Turn the music down, because I know some of you have those hearing aids that have, now you can talk on the phone, now you can listen to music, and you're not paying attention to your outside surroundings or curbs that may be coming up. These are ways and reasons people are falling, okay? So this type of walking is a very much slower, let's focus on our breathing and just walk, even if it's for 10 minutes. If you're afraid to get on concrete, I recommend starting on grass. You know, something that is a little less harsh on your feet, where you feel more comfortable and you feel more safe, but just walk in the grass if you need to. But you need to get up and you need to start walking. All right, so we are first going to start with the Sampo walking and breathing benefits, okay? Just so you know, 10 to 15 minutes daily of this Sampo walking reduces fall risks and boosts endurance over 60%. This is not 50-50. This is over 60%, okay? 62, I believe, is the stat. But that's a pretty good, you know, reason to say, hey, this might actually be a thing. So first we're going to go over the breathing. This is so important on how you breathe. Doesn't matter what you're doing. It could be if you're taking my classes, if you're walking, just breathe, okay? First things first, you're inhaling through your nose. You're breathing in, and take that deep breath. And exhale. Okay, do that again with me. Inhale and exhale. Now, I hope that you see that every time you take that deep breath, those lungs open up and that deep breath goes lower and lower into the diaphragm, right? So that's why it's important. Now you're opening up that cardiovascular, right? So now it's open. Now you're going to start by just walking slow. You know, in the video that Joe had posted on Cubigo, it talks about walking 2 steps, deep breath, hold it, and then let go in 3. okay? We're just walking. We're looking at the trees. We're looking at all the squirrels that like to drive the dogs crazy. And we're not in a hurry. We're just relaxed, okay? This is not about being in a hurry. We are not here, we're not counting calories, we're not trying to burn calories. We're just walking and enjoying our walk and breathing as we walk. Remember, in through the nose, out through the mouth, right? And that's all you have to do. You want to do it on grass, you want to practice on grass because it's softer, do that. But you need to get up and move. If you have a cane, if you have a walker, that's fine. Use that and walk. Even if it's just to get out of your house, walk to the front of your block, turn around and walk back. Imagine if you did that once a day, how much better you would feel. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is the Radioteizo, and that's the gentle morning movement, okay? The Japanese people do this first thing every morning. As soon as they wake up, they are into their 3-minute routine, and it's very similar to Tai Chi. It's slow, it's rhythmic, it's full body movements. It's done in the parks or at home, and here it is, each morning, as soon as they wake up, okay? This here will wake up the central nervous system. It gets digestion going, it wakes up the organs, everything starts moving like it's supposed to. You wake up, you're in pain. That blood starts flowing through the body, and the pain is becoming less and less, and you're able to move more, okay? So it's encouraging flexibility, posture, coordination, and of course mood boost, because now you can check that off your list. All right, that's 3 minutes. Check it off your list. Find some jazz music or even some of the Tai Chi music that you can listen to while you do these steps that I'm going to show you here in just a few minutes. They also, for intensity reasons, add a towel. So it's a long towel, kind of like one you would wrap around your hair, ladies, and they use the towel for a wider range of motion, which we'll talk about here in just a few minutes as well. So like I said, this wakes up the nervous system, the central nervous system, the cardiovascular system. Everything starts waking up and your day is ready to go. So in just a few minutes, we'll go over what a Radioteizo looks like and what it's for. Okay, so the Radioteizo that we are talking about, Radioteizo being that you have some soft music playing and you're listening to it and you're starting to breathe first in through the nose and out. As you can see, I'm standing behind a chair, okay? You can do this standing behind a chair for extra safety, or if you feel like you don't need a chair and you have a mat, you can also do it next to the chair or on a mat or just on your carpet or floor in your living room, okay? So we're going to start by taking that nice deep breath that we did for Sampo walking, okay? And this time we're going to add some arms, okay? Let me see your arms. So bring those arms up, deep breath. Now, the first thing they do is they bring both of their arms together. I know what you're saying. You're telling me, oh, I can't bring my arms that up high. It's okay. If your arms go like this, that's fine. Hopefully, someday, we'll get it to go higher. The goal is to bring it up and pull back. So just take a look at what I'm doing right here, okay? So you're pulling as far back as you can. If you can't pull back, that's okay, so long as you can try to get those arms up, okay? Don't worry about it. Throw the ego away. We don't care. You're at home, nobody's gonna see you, so don't worry. Arms up. Now I want you to take it to your left side, okay? And the same thing applies here. You're gonna go as far as you can go. And if you can't go far, that's okay. But in the Radio Tazo, they take their arms to the left, then they come out to the center. Now they go to the right, okay? Same thing. Then they come out to the center, release the hands, and then they come all the way down. Now, something I say in my classes all the time, head above your chest. So do not look down, just keep your head above your chest and go as far as you can go, okay? Then you're gonna come back up and you're gonna take that deep breath. And you're gonna go to the left and to the right and all the way down, okay? That's it. Now, hear me out. If you wanted to add a little intensity to this, you would take a large towel, right? Here's a large towel. Now, you're gonna hold that towel right in front of you. You're gonna bring the towel above your head. So this is gonna replace your hands up like this. You have this towel. Now I want you to take that towel and I want you to lean to your left with that towel. Yep. It's a little more of a stretch. And then back to the center. Take it to the right? Back to the center, and guess what? You're gonna come all the way down with that towel as far as you can go. And start again, okay? So you see the repeating here, right? We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 movements. Four movements. 3 minutes, 4 movements. So, ready? Towel, bring that towel up, to your left, to the right, and back up and bring it all the way down. As a matter of fact, the Japanese believe, and the statistics support this belief, that this Radio Tazo move increases 7 years to your life. 7 years. I don't know about you, but I would like 7 more years. Why not, right? Like I told you, my classes, I've already told my classes, they're already doing this. So this is going to be on repeat for them, all right? But now I'm talking to you. This is something you can do at home. Now, you can also do this seated, okay? So let me show you a modification, just sitting down really quick, and then we're going to move on, okay? All right, so bringing up those arms, right? Pull back, lean to the left, lean to the right, and bring it down. Keep that head above your chest. Boom. You can do that sitting down. And if you want to do it with a towel, same thing. Towel up, towel left, towel right, towel all the way down. And you're done. 3 minutes. That's all you need to do. Now that we're done with the Sampo walking and the Tazo, we're going to move on to things that you probably are more aware of, things that we do here at John Knox Village, or maybe you've done in physical therapy or occupational therapy. So the next thing we're going to talk about is balance and the brain connection. This is a big one, and we got a lot to talk about this one, okay? So we're going to go over just a few balance exercises, ones that stimulates the brain, helps with coordination, focus, and fall prevention. We're moving your body, we're training your mind, right? I'm going to show you a couple of tricks to balancing, holding on to a chair, and I'm gonna do one of my most basic balance moves, which is one foot in front of the other, which, by the way, if you think about the Sampo walking, that's one foot in front of the other. And then my favorite, which I'm like obsessed with this right now, is brushing your teeth with one knee up. I know, but I promise, it's fun. So just bear with me as we go over some of these exercises and do your best. What you can do, great. What you can't, don't worry about. Modify it how you can. And I've showed you some modification moves, and I will continue to do so as we proceed. Okay? So let's talk about tricks as far as holding on to this lovely chair. Okay? Right? So we want to, let's start with putting one foot in front of the other. So you see my feet, right? They're right there. And then I'm just going to place one foot in front of the other. All right? So more importantly, let me explain to you what this move is doing. One foot in front of the other, when you're balancing, the weight is on your back leg. Okay? That is important. That is the resistance that you yourself, body weight wise, are using for your body to hold your body up. So if you're doing this number, you're completely disengaging the purpose of what this balance exercise is for. So holding on to a chair, your brain is connecting to this leg, saying, hey, it's your turn. You need to hold me up, right? And it takes the pressure off of the leg in front. By doing this and bringing your shoulders down, remember, keeping your back as straight as you can, breathe in through the nose and out. Okay, you are now strength training the leg that's behind, and you're not even using weights. Okay, now the trick. So a great trick is once you have the 5 fingers onto the chair, and every day you're getting up and you're doing this and you're counting to 30 seconds, 20, 30 seconds, right? Then, you know, hey, I'm starting to feel a little stronger. I'm not as wobbly. Okay, well, let's remove pinky, right? And then the next day, let's remove another finger and another finger and another finger. Now look, now you have just one thumb, okay? But look how much stable you are because you are still holding on. Then eventually, you'll be able to take that off, and then you'll be able to hold your body weight, okay? But use the fingers, use the chair, and practice. Remember, 20 to 30 seconds, right? What you do on one side, you need to do on the other. Please remember to do that because you don't want to just work on one side. So you're on the other side and you're doing the same thing. Here's my 5 fingers, there goes pinky, and so on and so forth until you don't need it. The weight is on the back leg. Very important balance exercise. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is brushing your teeth. So the dentist recommends that you brush your teeth 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes at night, right? Okay, so here's our sink right here. Yes? Okay. We're not going to do anything that we're not ready to do, right? Okay. So while you're brushing your teeth, in this video that in Joe's challenge spoke about, they take a toothbrush, they lift up their knee, okay, and they start brushing their teeth. Now it's going to be 1 minute on one side and 1 minute on the other, right? Not 2 minutes, that's too much. 2 minutes is all you need. Set yourself a little timer, lift your knee while you're doing that, okay? Now remember the trick to the chair? Eventually you'll do the same thing, right? To your sink. But right now, all hands on. Brushy, brushy, brushy. Now, do you have to lift your knee up like that? No. You can bring your knee down just like this. Like this. You can just lift it just barely, right? So whatever's comfortable for you, The goal here is practicing lifting one leg up, right? One knee up, or lifting it up like so, and using your brain to concentrate on another activity besides, oh, I feel like I'm gonna fall. Oh my God. You're not gonna fall. When you're done, you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And you'd be surprised how fast a minute goes too. Remember, the knee can be up, the knee can be down, just slightly elevated, whatever it's gonna take to get you to do this practice. Make it fun. It'll be fun. Try it. All right, so we're going to talk about the knee up. We've already done an example with a knee up, balancing on the chair or beside the chair. So you're going to stand or hold onto a sturdy chair, lifting the knees alternately, engaging the core, which all builds stability and confidence in everyday moves. Okay, so we already showed you an example of lifting your knee while you're standing, right? At the sink, you're holding onto the sink and you're brushing your teeth, or you're just standing next to a chair and holding the chair like we spoke about and brushing the teeth, or forget about brushing the teeth. Just focus on lifting your knees, okay? So your knee is up and you're gonna do like 20 to 30 seconds and then you're gonna alternate and do the same thing. So you're gonna do that for 20 seconds 3 times. 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds, and 20 seconds, okay? Remember, the knee does not have to be this high or anything crazy. It could just be like this. But eventually I would like you to at least try getting a little bend in the knee so that your knee can eventually come up some, because again, we're building strength, right? We need these guys to work like they're supposed to. So we have to build that muscle memory into those legs. Now, if you're doing this, you can do this sitting down, right? So you don't have to do this standing up just yet. So you're sitting down in the chair and you're lifting your knee. You're counting to 20 and then you're going to the other side, okay? Just as good, lifting those knees. Maybe it's this. Maybe you're lifting your knee this much. Maybe you're lifting your knee this much. It doesn't matter how high you're lifting those knees. The goal is just try, okay? Just try. You could be watching TV and going, oh, it's time for our balance. We gotta lift those knees for 20 seconds. Lift the knees for 20 seconds. So you can use the chair like I showed you, or you can sit in the chair and lift, okay? Remember, 20 seconds, count to 20, then alternate. Count to 20, alternate. But this is another very, very, very important part to balance, and you will see in Joe's video with the challenge, that was something that the Japanese practice daily. So we've already showed an example of brushing your teeth with one leg, right? And practicing it twice a day, morning brushing and evening brushing, right? 2 minutes, all right, for total each side. And it equals out to be simple habits equal better balance and posture. All right? Okay. Just going to go over some of the offerings that we have here at John Knox Village that you can so benefit from if you decided to venture out and go, you know what, I think I want to try a class. I want to see, what it's like. Once you think that you've done so good inside your home and you're not scared to try the gym, please take a look at all the things that we offer here at John Knox Village. The goal here is to keep moving and keep living well. We have over 30 classes a week with, Tai Chi. You have Sally and Miles Hardy, and you have Mike Marks, 7 days a week. there's classes for Tai Chi. And Tai Chi is very similar to the Taizo, the radio Taizo that we talked about earlier in the video. So that's your way to come out and try some of those relaxation moves and breathing techniques in a Tai Chi class. Senior fitness classes, balance and stretch class. Balance and stretch is all balancing and stretch moves in 30 seconds. 30 minutes. Stretch and flex is the same thing. It's a little more advanced than your balance and stretch. So, you know, when you're ready to try something a little more advanced. But right now, we just want to make sure that you're doing something at home, but also encouraging all the residents, whether or not you come to the gym or not, to stay active, you know, at your home, okay? Remember, it's only going to take you about 10 to 15 minutes to complete the things that we talked about today. I know that I went into detail with descriptions, so it shouldn't take that long. Once you get in the habit of doing these things, 10 to 15 minutes, and that includes the Sampo walking. Yes, it does. All this does, conclusion, is it's just one step away from no more falling. As I said in the beginning of the video, every quarter we're going to share a new video with examples, maybe from different company or countries, or maybe from just different workouts that maybe, you know, we need to focus more on. Let us know. Let us know what it is you want to see next. We would love to hear from you. Let us know how we did in this video. If you like this video, please fill out a comment card. Give us feedback. What do you want to see next? What does John Knox need that we can do so we can put something together for you? All we're asking is that you move a little each day, and that's going to help your body and brain. They will both thank you. This next slide is Joe's Senior Wellness Challenge Tracker. Record. Keep records of your progress. This just holds you accountable. So, you know, it's just like, oh, today, November 7th, I did Radio Taizo, or I did Tai Chi, or, you know, I did Talina's balance and stretch class. Whatever it is that you may do, you mark it down, okay? And you can see your progress for yourself. It's always good to keep recording of that. And of course, our wonderful residents, thank you so much for all your support all these years. We appreciate each and every one of you. We are here to have fun with each other and help one another use this as a community, because that's what we are, one whole community here. And reach out if you can. Again, we are hoping to see more people active, especially those that, you know, stay home and are not to be seen. We want to see you. We want to help you. If there's something that I one-on-one can help you with, please give me a call. I'm at extension 1250, or send me an email. I will be glad to sit down with you and help you, and maybe come up with some type of program for you. Friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me the last 20-30 minutes. I hope I have shared enough information for you that it will greatly help you in some aspect, even if it's one thing that you choose to do a day that will completely change your life. That would make me so happy. Again, feel free to send us feedback. Let us know what it is you want to see more of, so that we can create new videos in the future for you to pick up and become educated, become stronger, and all together where we are one. Thank you again for taking your time to watch, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.